If you are a chosen one and you've been through hell in life, most of the things that you went through were not random. People were behind those things. You catching hell at work, men that once loved you leaving you, car accidents, sicknesses, disfavor, humiliation, people beating you up, people starting rumors about you. All those things were not random. There are people in your family that have been working against your life from when you were still very young to even understand what is going on in the world. That is a fact. And now that you know, I need you to understand that yes, the battle is not yours, but you have specific duties that you need to fulfill. And you cannot fight these witches and you cannot prevail against them if you are operating in the same spirit that they're operating in. You have to come out from amongst them. You have to be different. And you have to be okay with being different. You have to be okay with being ostracized, rejected, and set apart for the Lord. You cannot be, upset about being lonely or not being liked. It's okay not to be liked by witches. It means you're doing something good. But you're gonna have to cultivate a very strong relationship with God, because ultimately He is the one that is using you to fight this battle. What God wants to do with you is to destroy the throne of witchcraft in that bloodline, because He wants that bloodline restored back to Him. Now you're the custodian of the altar of the one true living God against about 10 witches that you know about. So you're going to need to be very committed, very, very diligent, very disciplined, and very patient and strong, because the battle is not easy. It is a battle, and it's a very bitter war. It's very bitter. And most times you're not going to be excited or happy, especially if you live among these people and you see them every day. But the Lord has a plan for all of that, the Lord has a plan for you to be bold, to be courageous, because one thing about this world, as I said in my previous videos, it is very fallen, and more atrocious demonic things are going to happen. So it's more of a training for you because of what God put inside you. We are preparing for a war that is coming. And God is going to use the witches in your family to train you so that you can be strong, you can be courageous, and He wants to take the fear out of you. So you cannot be timid, and you cannot be weak. You cannot cry. Well, you can cry, but you cannot wallow in your sorrows. You need to accept that you are in a battle, you're in a war. If you watch movies where there's war, you see that people fall, and then, it's messy, and then people don't know what they're going to eat sometimes. People get lost in the jungle. It gets crazy. But you need to have the determination and the faith to know that the one true God that is with you, He's working all things for your good. And some of the pain, some of the stress, some of the confusion and the frustration is also working for your good, because you have to grow. You have to be wise. You have to be vigilant. You have to be discerning. How are all these gifts going to come out when there is no adversity? The adversity is working for you. The witches don't know this. They're just being used because they're angry and bitter, and they're just vibrating low. But God is going to work all of that out for your good. So it doesn't matter how many they are. Even if by 15 and we won, it does not matter. That it should not intimidate you. Do not have any fear. The fact that they have to come together against you is announcing what and who you are. So don't be frustrated when you see them go up and down doing this, recruiting people, and they are trying to scare you. Because in the grand scheme of things, they know who you are and what you're capable of. So you cannot let that make you afraid. What you need to do is have faith in God. Faith is your shield. It will protect you from all kinds and sorts of evil. So I just want to encourage somebody, if you're on this journey and it's hard, it is supposed to be hard. It cannot be easy. Because if it's easy, how are you going to grow? How are you going to help people? How are you going to be wise? How are you going to, remember who you are? How are you going to, affect nations? How are you going to make an impact if you do not experience suffering? So embrace it. It's not easy, but embrace it. I think suffering is like an honor. It's a badge of honor. You get to suffer. Some people are not suffering and they're not producing anything. They're not growing. They're not becoming wise. They are not evolving. So suffering is a gift. And take it as a gift. All you need to do is apply yourself. Be diligent, be disciplined, be wise, be vigilant, be sober. Watch yourself, watch your spirit, guard your emotions. Be sharp. That's all that you need to do. Otherwise, the battle is the Lord's. And you need to trust and believe in that and have faith in the fact that God is fighting for you. And He cannot and will not fail you, no matter what it looks like. Even if they take you into the fiery furnace, you need to be able to walk in knowing that God will protect you no matter what. That is the kind of faith that you need. And how are you going to build up this faith if you are afraid of witches? Can't be afraid of witches. You have to confront witches. They have to be afraid of you. And they are afraid of you. That's why they are behind closed doors, throwing stones and hiding their heads. So be strong, guys. I get a lot of inboxes, people saying, how are you doing it? Help me, blah, blah, blah. Be strong. There is no formula. You just have to be strong. There's no solution to this battle. You have to go through it and grow through it. There's nothing you can bath with. There's nothing you can apply. There's no ritual you can do. You just have to go through it. And the day God says enough is enough, it is ending, then that's the day. Then you can celebrate. Otherwise, you have to just be strong. Just be strong.